how we living, they don't love her, they just love her, how we living, how we live.
You're always gonna have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, every level you reach, you're gonna come against obstacles, and you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game, you know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Ha. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Ha, 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 ha. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel, airing out the stage like a Neville.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
I let the beat keep breathing while I spit life to you heathens. You in the wrong place, to be real, reasons. I usually don't spit corny styles like that cause I'm too seasoned. How you sending links trying to get on, you stink. MCs don't give a what you think. Rapping if it's beef, I hit a brinks and put that kind of paper on your head to make a lot of blink. Now think, wouldn't you rather keep it music than to lose it all cause of music? I'm sure that's not how Bambaataa wanted us to use it. Now move it before I lose it. And I'm in it for the long haul. Bars, like lifers in a long haul. Bar, my life rocking mics, I raised the bar. Phased them, dazed them, and blazed them all. Scar,
Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it.
cause you know what we got to do.
Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Word up.
Come on with it.
Crazy. Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
Real cinema, the feature's a top feature. Whose favorite MC is the Bronx teacher? Flows long around hooks so the words reach you. Joe Jackson on you, Micah, beat you. Now beat it before I pull his Tito. In your ego, it's front page news, read it. My style is the barker over beats like Travis, I bark 'em. Spark 'em, overwritten flows like overflowing toilet bowls. The game is a mess. Beef ain't
The crowd. Crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzlies victory.
nice clean game, huh?
And for the Memphis Grizzlies guys, they come in off that loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
Here we go.
So Memphis will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Kings, Harrison Barnes is out there with Griffin. And there's Klay Thompson. Then there's Howard. And it's Curry in a point guard.
how about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. He made it look easy that time.
Carmelo Anthony, the third pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and, of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
And Curry, here we go. And Thompson kicks to Curry. No good from outside. Sacramento on defense. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Out to Thompson. The three-pointer off the mark.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003 all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be. Good. A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Hey, guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
Thompson for the triple.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
And it's Paul missing. Sacramento's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Barnes can't get it to go.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
And here is Curry following the three-pointer by Kevin Love. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Curry. Barnes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now, here is Harden. And Thompson sends it back. Here's Curry. And Davis sends it back. Harden dishes to Love. And the wide open shot from Paul. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08. And really, he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
The Kings trail by 4. Curry passes to Griffin. He dishes it to Barnes. Thompson from long range. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. Well, Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year for the chance to get Love.
And, guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter
than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
Love kicks to Anthony. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. That is good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Curry dishes to Griffin.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
Here is Harden, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anthony, and he jams it with authority.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either.
Kevin and Greg, I tell you what, safe to say that was a good-looking play from start to finish.
The drive by Paul. Love wide open. He fires. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Thompson passes to Howard. Outside for Curry. The 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
For 3, Love. Again, Love missing. For the Sacramento Kings, their last game a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Grizzlies trailed by 3. Anthony drives in. Paul with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Ball again, it's Curry. Tries from 10, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Paul's got 5 points so far.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
So timeout called here, but first for Memphis.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about it.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Kobe's got his first bucket of the night. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers. But in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only 1 playoff. Only 1. Count them, 1. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he were still in Memphis, though, Kevin? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
And Beverly kicks to Millsap. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And, you know, back to Rudy Gay, he's a tremendous all-around talent. Physically, instinctively, skill-wise, he's got it all. Except that consistent winning touch, that remains to be completed.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Kings.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Now Walker following the miss by Al Jefferson from deep. And it's Walker penetrating. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And thinking more about Rudy Gay, one key number I look at from last season, his assists. By far the most in his career, and that didn't translate into a ton of wins, but it very well could have been the next step toward getting those wins.
And Bryant kicks to Lopez. Beal with the steal. It's tipped. Stolen by Walker. And here we go. Bryant with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Walker dishes to Bryant. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the dunk by Lopez.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Kings lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
They've got Brook Lopez. Hayward out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Kobe. And it's Walker in the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs in each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
And they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
Shooting for Memphis.
You know, guys, Memphis waltzed through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
Picked by Griffin. To the paint. Here's Thompson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And, guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
Walker goes in. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Lopez right side. Gasol wide open. He fires. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Lopez with the steal. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Curry attacking.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
Harden kicks to Paul. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
Shaped and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
He got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
It's Harden with the drive. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Now it's a 5-point Grizzly lead. Thompson outside. Barnes kicks to Curry. And the rejection by Love. And another basket for Memphis. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
The Kings trail by 7. Curry kicks to Griffin. And here's Barnes for 3. Sacramento again missing.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
It's stolen by Davis. Out to Anthony. A 3-ball. Tipped away. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. The Kings trail by 5. Curry kicks to Thompson. The rebound by Harden.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Curry kicks to Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists in the game. On the wing, Davis takes a 3. And James Harden good for 3. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Here's Davis. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son, Kobe.
That's right. That's right. It was a family affair.
And he isn't the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap, very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. But folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
And Love gets it to go.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And that's just a risky play. To make a heave like that, not worth it.
Gay against Anthony. Oh, trying for it. Kicks it to Beverly. And the pass to Gay. Sinks the three-pointer. Gay's got 5 points so far.
And Millsap with over a 7-foot wingspan and also just a great nose for the ball. He gets you rebounds, blocks, and he leads all power forwards in steals pretty much every season.
Here's Harden. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
Yeah, you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Here's Millsap.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
There's the bucket. Good. And it's 13 points for James Harden.
And speaking of Millsap's defense, I mean, he can switch out and cover perimeter players as well. His smaller stature gives him that versatility, but then the long wingspan allows him to still bang with the biggies.
Beverly, the pass to Gay. Back to Beverly. Passes it to Jefferson. 6 to shoot. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Davis.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players. And it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Here's Bryant. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Bryant got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies. It's deflected. Gallinari with the steal. Hayward kicks to Kobe. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Gallinari missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Millsap. From deep. Shot is off. And Memphis the other way now. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out in transition.
.156 left in the first half of basketball. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. And here is Bryant. 7 points in the game. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
14 foul.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. Thompson dishes to Howard. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
A nice shot by Gasol. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues in interviews. He was engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one. Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
To the middle. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Walker. Here's Hayward. Rebound by the Kings. Howard's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Thompson passes to Griffin. The shot by Curry, no good. Moving it up. And Bryant the bucket on the assist from Gallinari. 14 points for Kobe Bryant.
That is some real serious dime dropping there.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 8. Time now for the halftime break, with the 3rd quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
All right, Memphis, you got your critics.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Harden doing it all. He's got 17 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
On the floor for Sacramento, they've got Harrison Barnes, Al Jefferson out there with Griffin. Then it's Patrick Beverly, and it's Thompson in the shooting guard position. Here's Gallinari. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. It took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Gallinari did get better and better over time, and he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Yeah, you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Dwight Howard's checked in for Sacramento. Curry comes in for Patrick Beverly. Picked by Griffin. On the wing, Thompson. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. 9 points for Klay Thompson.
That's just run of the mill for him. typical day at the office, he's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Paul kicks to Davis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That's on Dwight Howard.
And Anthony Davis, growing up in the rough south side of Chicago, because of the violence, his father didn't let him venture to the playground. Instead, he built a basketball court in the backyard. This young man has come a long way.
And Davis stayed around the game in grade school. He'd keep the clock, sell the tickets, even someone said sell nachos.
Humble beginnings, partner, humble beginnings. Didn't even dream of NBA stardom. Said he wanted to be a high school coach. Obviously, things have changed now. How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Harden. Out to Anthony. Paul for 3. Good on the shot. Paul's got the lead up to 10 now for the Grizzlies. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. So we'll see Steph Curry go to the line right here. Chris Paul picks up that one. Well, Dwight Howard had that back surgery, and he's had knee trouble, and he is no longer quite as dominant, Clark, as the player we saw back in certainly his younger days in Orlando.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Kevin, he's still in the conversation for best centers in the NBA. I think he remains a superstar big man when he's healthy.
2 shots.
And you remember back in Orlando, Dwight Howard, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, not to mention a slam dunk title. He's lost some of that lift, but still has more than just about any other center in our league.
Millsap a screen. Gay dishes to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gay passes to Millsap. That's good. Millsap's got 10 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Harden kicks to Paul. High arcing shot. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
And Howard missing a lot of time last season with various knee issues. He's taken his training and conditioning regimen to a new level, it looks like, to kind of preserve his body for the long haul.
And Beverly kicks to Gay. And he gets the bucket. Gay's got 9.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Anthony. Good work defensively by Gay.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Harden dishes to Love. Wasted no time on that one. 15 points in the game.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Beal. Beal with another miss.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Anthony. Here's Harden. Out to Anthony. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him. But with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
The Kings trail by 12. Here's Jefferson. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Good ball movement here by the Kings. From deep, Gay. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
And now here comes Gay leading the break. Took him no time at all on that one. Beal's got his second bucket of the night.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open. Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark
Yes,
bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Paul passes to Harden. Anthony in the corner. And that one's good. Anthony's got 11.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
Walker goes in. Millsap with the steal. And Beal kicks to Gay. And stolen by Hayward. Evans, good. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, and hit the 3. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
And he makes all 3.
What a performance from Millsap here. He has 15 points and a total of 7 points for him from the line.
And that's a great number, Clark, and that's one that he's worked extremely hard to earn.
Walker goes in. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a 12-point Memphis lead.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Lopez with the ball. Jefferson picks him up. Gasol kicks to Evans. Outside for Gasol. Clock at 4. Stolen by Beverly. Here's Gay. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Gay's got 11.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Some changes for Memphis. Gasol comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Bryant in for Tyreek Evans. Here's Bryant. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
This is his third trip to the free throw line. Well, Special K, so many records for Kobe, but one he set last season was most misses all time from the floor.
He passed the great Hondo, John Havlicek, for that title. I'm sure John doesn't mind having him pass him up for that one.
Old Buckeye, you're right.
That's right, most misses. But you look at the players on that list, a who's who of NBA stars.
Thompson for three. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
His three-pointers off the mark. The Kings trail by 13. Curry against Walker. Back to Barnes. Sacramento moving it around. Outside Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis leading by 13. Curry with some nice D.
And, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss. Up high and down hard with the one hand.
Got a little extra force with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Kobe, no good.
Not his forte. I don't care how open you are, he should not be taking that shot.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Bryant drives in. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Here's Thompson. And the shot falls short this time. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Memphis out in front, ending the third quarter on a 14-6 run. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Davis is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Anthony. And it's Harden in the 2-guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Here's Anthony. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Out to the right wing. Here's Barnes. It's rebounded by Memphis. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Paul passes to Love. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 18 points for Love.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
When you're hot, you're hot. And he is absolutely scorching.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them, and sour.
And it's Paul penetrating. Anthony no one around. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
pick by Griffin. Curry kicks to Griffin. The dish now to Barnes to end the run. And Griffin scores. The assist by Barnes. 14 points for Blake Griffin.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Harden. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. It's stolen by Davis. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. Here's Anthony. And it's sent back by Howard. Feeds it to Curry. Puts up a 3. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 23 points.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Thompson against Harden. He feeds it to Love. He kicks to Carmelo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by Anthony.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Curry wide open. But they get it back. The 3. Another miss by Curry. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. And Davis throws it down.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Here's Paul. There's the feed to Davis. And stolen by Barnes. And Thompson kicks to Howard. The offensive rebound. Griffin dishes to Thompson.
Checking out the game Klay Thompson is having. He has 9 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
And so Thompson nails both of them. And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. The Kings trail by 16. Howard drives in. Outside for Griffin. Kings moving the ball around. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his second foul of the game. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Ball passes to Davis. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
Well, really simple opportunity for him. I mean, that's his bread and butter there.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
That's good. 16 points for Chris Paul.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse for them.
And Thompson making all 9 of his 3-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record, the most 3-pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserves.
The Kings trail by 16. It's Curry outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
It's Harden with the drive. Davis.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
Some changes for Memphis. And Thompson kicks to Howard. Beyond the arc. The Grizzlies pull it in.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Good on the triple.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Gasol inside, working on Howard. Howard with the steal. On its way from Curry for 2. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Up top, Walker. Guarded by Curry. Shot's good by Walker.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Curry again. It's Walker. Curry pass to Thompson. From past the arc. And it's Thompson again missing.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will. Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're behind by 14. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Some changes for Memphis. Anthony Davis is checked in for Gasol. Alinari comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Paul subbed in for Walker. 1:37 left here in the fourth quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. That's 36 points for Steph Curry. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Memphis.
And Clark, we got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Well, basket after basket, they were in attack mode all game long.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for Harden. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's Kobe. Good.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly show.